I'm a major gear slut, so I really like to collect a lot of equipment and use a lot of it too, just because it gives it like an analog feel, like a warmth that, you know, a lot of this new software can't really do. So I got this right here that I like to use. My trusty Ensoniq keyboard. Takes forever to load sounds, but you know, the sound that it gives it, at the end of the day, it's worth it. You know, one of the challenges featuring artists on your album is that it's not their project, so they don't need to go hard. You know, they don't always need to give it that A+. You know, they might give that B, that solid B effort, but then there's those times where the vocalist just comes out the gate swinging.
Since Yay Hotter Boy was a yeller, but never yellow. From the ghetto to the boonies and Chino, back to the ghetto. Heavy metal was the sound of the pistol, popping echoes, waking niggas out they sleep like hello. You ever dance with the devil?
I actually booked Blue over 10 years ago in San Francisco when we started my first Plug Presents event. And I remember he got on stage and killed it. And then I've seen that progression. And so we were blessed enough to have Blue come back and perform at our Plug Presents in LA 10 years later.
With the purple leaf, colors and service trees, purple beat when the burst of blue. You want that girl for coming out fucking with us? You know what I'm saying? Because it's Kero Uno, because everybody is so loud, you know what I mean?
It was really exciting to bring back Plug Presents to LA and just showcase a lot of the dope new talent and curate them with some of the older artists. So I'd showcase rappers, producers, and singers and build a sense of community between the fans, the artists, and between themselves as well.
Yeah, it's 24 hours, right? Is that what it says?
Yeah, just right there. Well, okay, let me ask you this. Doing this Plug Presents event is something that really allowed me to get inspired creatively, just build with other musicians, as well as sort of figure out where I wanted to go with my sound. And having that, we'd brought together, you know, hip-hop artists, soul musicians, electronic producers, R&B singers. I'd say that all somehow leaked into the current sound of my album.
Oh, bro. All right, you ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go.
One of the dope things that I found working with others on this project was when the vocalists will push and inspire you to discover something, you know, that you didn't really have the confidence in before, and vice versa. Seeing the vocalist get a little bit more confident in certain notes or even performing with certain styles, and you tell them that it sounds dope and they're like a little surprised.
Alright. Everybody living.
So as far as the melody, like, I think it should just be the same. At least the first part should be the same as the first verse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to maybe change it up like a little bit after that.
Okay. So yeah, I got you. Keep it fresh, but also at the same time, a little repetitive.
Yeah, just get that kind of...
Drill that melody in there.
Drill that melody. It's
I like
melody,
the top line a lot, so yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to stick with it a little bit longer. So.
Work so hard we can function. Now that we work so hard we can function.
For the
I think we should do like some sort of ending, like a chant or an outro, something just kind of take them out, you know what I mean?
okay,
Yeah.
I think so. Well, you can approach it like you know, there's like the James Brown type way, you understand, with like, you know, you having a good time, yeah, boys, you know, see, like, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Or like, I'm trying to think, or, I mean, because you're not trying to switch the beat up, it's gonna stay as is.
Nah, I'm gonna have it like, well, it's gonna, the organ line is gonna change up.
No, the lead organ line, right?
I'm gonna add some of these claps in there.
Okay.
And then, but I definitely like the idea of the James Brown because, like, for me, this track really
got a
gives
funk
it
feel to
like
it,
a funk, like kind of 70s throwback soul vibe.
That's what I was thinking.
On Reflection Eternal, I was able to work with a lot of artists that I could actually call friends, people that I was very comfortable with, that I could bounce ideas back and forth with and push each other in terms of our creative boundaries, while at the same time steadfast in the way that we want to represent what we do. The one thing that I found as a writer myself is that sometimes you run into these obstacles, these writer's blocks, where it could literally be one word, but if you keep pushing and fighting, it's almost like a puzzle where you can just unlock the code and have everything just fit. So sometimes you just got to sit with it and struggle and push, you know, and not give up.
And I'm feeling cool.
Yeah.
Got some drinks in.
Something about, yeah, the way I'm feeling cool, got some drinks in. Buzzing off. But something, you know what I'm saying though, like something like buzzing, something that'll just kind of tie in that, you know.
Okay, gotcha. I'm feeling cool, got some drinks in.
And then you unlock the code, and you might be in some random cafe in Korea years later, and the song comes on, and you hear that little part, that word, that line that you had spent time figuring out. That was kind of good, actually. Yeah. That idea that we talked about.
I can do that.
That would be good. It's pretty straightforward. What do you think about if there was a little bit more power on that?
Yeah.
I mean, it might not work, but let's just try
Sing it.
Yeah. You almost had me on that one, bro. You almost had me. I was like, wait, should I? Nah. This time around, I was lucky enough to connect with people that were open to the creative process, where we can start with a chord progression and build around that, or maybe even go back to that chord progression and restructure things, work together on the melodies, and eventually come up with something we like, even if that means coming back and re-recording things or redoing something. Yes. You know, we've all heard that you can't move forward until you know the past. And I believe that. But I also strongly believe that in order to move forward, you have to adapt. And you have to keep your ear to the streets. And you have to see what's going on organically. Part of moving to LA from the Bay was really just about shuffling through uncertainty and also fishing for inspiration. My first few years here, I literally went to every event that I could think of. You know, when I'm out in LA, I feel like there's something for everybody, musically, creatively. I've been able to connect with so many like-minded people that are pursuing the same passion, people that are, you know, into the same sort of music. And it's definitely been an inspiration to be around